You won't meet your soulmate until Allah wills it, and not a moment before. The timeline of your life, including your marriage, is already written. Stressing over it, trying to force it, or worrying about why you're still single won't change the plan that Allah has decreed. Your job is to trust Him, focus on your purpose, and understand that everything unfolds exactly when it's meant to. Here's how to navigate this phase with clarity and contentment from an Islamic perspective. 1. Trust Allah's timing. One of the first things you must realize is that your marriage is part of Allah's divine plan, and you will not meet your spouse until it is written for you. Worrying about it won't change a thing. When Allah decides that the right person will enter your life, it will happen, no matter what obstacles stand in the way. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you're behind or that others are ahead of you. But remember, everyone has their own journey, and Allah's timing is different for each person. You can't compare your timeline to anyone else's because what's meant for you will come to you at the perfect time. Trust in Allah's wisdom and be at peace with His plan. 2. The power of dua. Dua, supplication, is your most powerful tool. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that nothing can change your destiny except dua. If you feel anxious or frustrated about being single, make dua and ask Allah to guide you toward the right person at the right time. Ask for patience, wisdom, and contentment with your current situation while praying for your future spouse. But remember that while you ask for Allah's guidance, you must also trust Him completely. Sometimes what you ask for isn't what is best for you at the moment, and Allah knows what you do not. This is why it's important to leave the outcome in His hands. Continue to make dua, knowing that Allah will give you what you need when it's best for you. 3. Don't marry the wrong person. Out of fear. One of the biggest mistakes people make is rushing into a marriage out of fear of being alone. But remember, it's far better to be single and happy than to be married and miserable. Marrying the wrong person because you're worried about what society will say, or because you feel pressure to meet a certain timeline, is a recipe for heartbreak. Marriage is a lifelong commitment, and it's crucial that you choose someone who will complement your faith, values, and goals in life. The fear of being alone can cloud your judgment, but it's important to stay patient and trust that the right person will come when the time is right. Don't settle for less just because you feel like time is running out. Allah's plan is always better than our own. 4. Don't let family or society pressure you. For many single Muslims, the pressure to get married comes not only from within, but from family and cultural expectations. It's common for parents or relatives to push you toward marriage, sometimes with the wrong person, simply because they believe it's time for you to settle down. While we are taught to respect our parents, marriage is your decision, and you are the one who will live with the consequences of that choice. Don't let others pressure you into a marriage that you are not comfortable with or ready for. Communicate clearly with your family about your boundaries, and remind them that you trust Allah's plan for you. It's okay to take your time and wait for someone who is truly right for you. 5. Ignore social media's fake perfection. Social media can make it seem like everyone is living their dream life while you're stuck waiting. You see couples posting their relationship goals, and it feels like they've found something you never will. But social media is deceptive. It's just a highlight reel of people's lives, not the full picture. You don't see the struggles, arguments, or difficulties behind the scenes. Comparing yourself to filtered perfection will only make you feel more miserable. Instead of letting social media dictate your feelings, remind yourself that everyone's journey is different. What you see online is not a reflection of reality. Focus on your own path and be patient with the process. You're not missing out. You're on a journey that's unique to you. 6. Everything is already written. One of the core beliefs in Islam is that everything in your life has already been written. Your spouse, the timing of your marriage, and the circumstances of your future are all decreed by Allah. No matter how much you worry or stress, it won't change the outcome. Your marriage will happen at the exact moment it's meant to, and nothing will pass you by. What is meant for you will come to you, and what is not meant for you will never reach you. This is part of trusting in Allah's plan and finding peace in the knowledge that everything is happening for a reason, even if you don't understand it yet. 7. Age is just a number. One of the most common worries among single Muslims is the fear of getting older without being married. Society often places unnecessary pressure on people to marry by a certain age, but your age doesn't dictate when you'll meet your spouse. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s, Allah's plan for you is what matters, not societal expectations. There's no right age to get married. Some people meet their spouse early, while others meet them later in life. Your value is not tied to your age. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and trust that when the time is right, the right person will enter your life, no matter what age you are. 8. Your worth isn't defined by marriage. Many people mistakenly believe that their worth is tied to their relationship status, but your value as a person comes from your relationship with Allah, not from being married. You are not incomplete just because you're single. Marriage is a beautiful part of life, but it's not the only part of life. Use this time to develop yourself, pursue your goals, and deepen your faith. Being single is an opportunity for growth, and it doesn't mean you're lacking in any way. You are already complete as you are, and marriage will come when it's meant to, but it's not what defines your worth. 9. Patience and gratitude. Patience is one of the most important virtues you can develop during this time. Being patient doesn't mean doing nothing. It means trusting in Allah's timing and continuing to make dua while remaining content with your current state. Patience allows you to navigate the waiting period with peace, knowing that Allah's plan is always best. At the same time, practicing gratitude will shift your focus away from what you don't have and toward the many blessings you already do. Reflect on your health, family, opportunities, and the freedom that comes with singlehood. Being grateful for what you have now will help you find contentment in your current phase of life, while still praying for what you desire. To conclude, trust Allah, make dua, and be patient. At the end of the day, your marriage will happen when it's meant to, and not a moment sooner. Your job is to trust in Allah's perfect timing, make plenty of dua, and focus on living a life of purpose and gratitude. Stop comparing yourself to others, stop stressing about the timeline, and start trusting in the process. Allah's plan for you is unfolding exactly as it should. When the right person comes into your life, it will be at the perfect moment. Until then, live with faith and contentment.